Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I am your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I want to talk to you about something different. I've brought up 1/12 vehicles, I've brought up 1/12 action figures. Well, today I'm going to bring up 1/12 accessories. I found this company that sells super action stuff, and I got their 19-piece Firepower series, and I wanted to give it a test drive to figure out, if it's worth it, and then let you guys, my viewers, know whether or not it's worth it to get. Well, I have a mixed bag for it, and the mixed bag starts beginning with, it doesn't come in a bag. The Super Action Stuff 19-piece Firepower series for 1/12 action figures comes in this, a blister pack that has no, extensions on it, so it can't really be hung anywhere. It's just this blister pack. And, that would be okay. I wouldn't mind it so much if they hadn't gone crazy with the glue and glued every single piece of this plastic to the cardboard behind it. There is no way to get at this without completely destroying this backing. And when you completely destroy the backing, you completely destroy all the things that explain about it. I guess, a sighted person would see it and totally just start reading and then ripping open, like, oh, hey, Ricochet Effect, okay, I'll just, open this for my Ricochet Effect. Well, me as a blind person, I ain't got that. And so I opened it up thinking that maybe there was a piece of paper inside that went in and explained everything. No, it was on the back, and I ripped it to shreds, so my roommate had a hard time figuring it out to explain it to me, what the hell this was all about. This took me too long. It took me like 30 minutes to individually cut this thing open and pull every one of these out because I didn't want to break them. I couldn't see where I was going with the knife, so I wanted to be careful. I wanted to go at the edges, and I wanted to ensure that I got everything out. And it took too long. I would have liked a box. Just a regular cardboard box. Something that's biodegradable and stupid easy. It's a box. Print some art on the sides. You show us what's up. Print a little piece of paper that explains all the pieces. Fold that piece of paper up and put it in the little box. And then you got a little box. All you have to do is open the box and get the stuff inside. This nonsense of this blister pack with individually separated pieces that takes too long to open. I wasn't happy with this from the moment I was opening this package. Some of these things that I got out of this package are kind of neat, but the majority of them suck balls, and I'm going to tell you why. And this packaging is one of the reasons why I even started on a bad note with this thing. This sucks. I hate it. It's gone. Okay, so let's talk about my favorite pieces before we get into my least favorite pieces. So we get Mr. Cobra Trooper here. You saw him yesterday in the Cobra Commander video, and you were probably wondering, what in the world's up with his arm right there? Well, that's actually one of the pieces that comes with this set, and it's a blood splatter effect, and it's supposed to be an exit wound. So the idea is he got shot on the inside of his arm, and it's coming out the other side. And this is a little piece. Let me just pull it off. It's a little bitty piece. It's not too big. I'd say it's about the size of the tip of my thumb from knuckle to end. And it's got all sorts of squiggles and stuff on it, and it's apparently red, and you could just put it anywhere. Now, for attaching these items, you will need to get some sort of putty. And I'm going to discuss it more in another video because I really enjoyed it. But I had to pick up some putty, some sticky putty so that I could attach things, and I went and picked up some museum grade putty, and I will be discussing that more in depth, but I suggest the museum grade stuff because it doesn't leave a residue. So that's the blood effect. The blood splatter effect was really cool. I really appreciated it. I wish there were more of these. There's only one blood splatter effect. If you want more, go for the other options. They probably have more, but not the 19 piece. So we'll just set Mr. Cobra Trooper off to the side here. We'll lay him down. He just sits over there. Other pieces I got were this crazy piece. It's really big and long. and it's got a bunch of spikes on it. And I'm like, what is this? What the hell is this thing? I'm feeling it going, I don't understand. I don't get what this is supposed to be. It doesn't really, it seems to have a beginning at one end, and I guess somebody could hold it in their hand or something. Can you hold it in your hand, Mr. Cobra Trooper? You got a hand that's free, right? Yeah. It's the hand that's got, oh, your blood splatter fell, moved. There, just set it back on. Let's see. We could totally just attach it to his hand. Kinda. It kind of fits in there. It's not really a great fit, but, now he's got the power. That's pretty interesting, I think. It's still, it's not very flexible, and it's kind of it's not a great lightning effect. I personally am just like meh on this lightning effect. The other effects to come in that play, let's see what else we got over here. We've got Mr. Iron Fist here showcasing a couple of the effects that come into here. We got the Ricochet Effect, which I used more of that modeling sticky tack stuff, the museum quality sticky tack, to place on his upraised palm, because in the Toy Biz he's got a talk to the hand. So I decided to make it a Ricochet. Ricochet's kind of neat. It's this little stick that's supposed to be a color. I'm assuming Ricochet color. My roommate said it was yellow, and it comes down into a little ball joint where you have this little blast effect area around it, and it's a ball joint, so you can actually move the Ricochet to all sorts of points. So the idea is the tip of this is supposed to be the tip of a bullet, and it's bounced and then gone in this direction. It's kind of a neat effect. You see in his other arm, I have in his closed fist a melee effect that this set came with. It's some sort of, let's just take it off. It's unique. Get it off. It is a little difficult to get it on and off your fingers, hands and stuff. You don't want to break the thumb, so you got to make sure that you rotate it correctly. There's a cut in this so that when you rotate it, you can actually slide the thumb through that cut and then rotate it, and it will lock down in place and won't come off the figure's arm because of this cut. This is one of the effects next to the blood effect that I really do appreciate. Like, this Ricochet is almost there. I do think it's kind of cool, but I don't understand why they didn't mold a little bullet on the end, or something. It feels more like a laser effect, like this guy's shooting a laser from his hand, than anything else. And under his feet, I've got some more of that modeling stuff, which is why he's just kind of staying in place. So this little fire swoosh effect, it's pretty cool. It's just a melee fire swoosh, and I appreciate it a lot. It is definitely on the list of good effects you can get into this. So far, we are at 2 goods, and 1 meh, and 1 nah, which the nah one is the electrical effect. We're just going to slide that back on by putting his thumb through the cut, rotating the effect, and then sliding it back over his fist, now that his thumb will help lock it into place. All right, go stand over here amongst the other effects. Now, to continue, that's not an effect. We can throw that off to the side. Do we need to showcase that yet? No, we do not. We'll set that off to the side. Let's see. We got another Ricochet Effect. This Ricochet Effect is longer. This one's not attached to the figure because I wanted to showcase the underside. It is completely flat, and that's yet, I appreciate the flatness. It does make for easy cleanability, but I wish it was maybe rougher, a little rougher, so that the sticky tack could hold better and allow for a better connection between it and something else. You really got to press with that sticky tack on this flat surface. It's almost mirror smooth. I suggest taking a little piece of sandpaper. That's what I did with the one in Iron Fist's hand. Taking a little bitty piece of sandpaper and rubbing it just slightly to roughen those edges enough so that the sticky tack can have a good source of connectivity right there. And once again, this one, even though it's a longer piece, but it's still on the same type of ball joint, you can move it all over the place. It is also an effect that I'm kind of meh on. I really think it's cool. I'm not sure how I feel about its shape, but it is a unique thing, and I intend to, when I get more diorama stuff together for this channel, I intend to be utilizing these things as, like, gluing them to a wall or gluing them to a ceiling so that they can just be ricocheting all over the place. That would be kind of cool. And you could, of course, space these out and make it seem like, his hand ricochets. Let's see, his hand ricochets off that way. We'll just do it here. So you could have his hand ricocheting there towards that direction, and then you just put this here, like on a wall corner, so that it ricochets towards it, and then this ricochet points it out in that direction. And then, you put your Cobra Trooper over here. And did you just lose your blood splatter? You just lost your blood splatter. What am I going to do with you, Cobra Trooper? But you put your Cobra Trooper over there, and now the ricochet's heading towards him. And he's around a corner. That's kind of neat. And I will have to find that blood splatter, because that is, like, literally my favorite part of this entire set. I will find it after I'm done shooting, though. So, you fell over. The sticky tack does not do well. The museum quality sticky tack does not do well for holding your figures up in standing positions. Sad to say. So we'll just set you off over here to the side and move on to something else. Let's move on to next to the electricity, which I'm just going to set the electricity over here in the I hate it pile. We have the smoke bomb effect. Now, pop quiz. I'm going to hold it in my hand for all you sighted people. You may have caught a glimpse, but oh well. Pop quiz, what do you think smoke effect should be? A smoke bomb effect. Do you think it should be kind of round? Maybe with little puffy bits coming off of it? And kind of a spreading mist-like fashion? Then no sharp angles, no points. It's all just kind of blobby? Like a mist or a fog? Or, smoke? Well, you're wrong. Because in the Super Action Stuff series, they believe a smoke bomb looks a lot like a morning star that was developed by... Well, it was developed by a very young apprentice. It's a morning star created by a very young apprentice. It has this very long bit that sticks out and ends in a point, which I'm guessing is the trajectory that the smoke bomb takes to fall down into where the pointed explodes. And then it's got all these little points all over it that kind of spread out like little explosions. I didn't know what in the world this was when I got it originally, and I asked my roommate, I'm like, what in the world is this thing? It's so confusing. And he goes, oh, that's a smoke bomb effect. And I'm like, are you joking with me right now? This doesn't feel anything like I imagine smoke to be. This is the complete opposite of smoke. So it's in the crap pile with the electricity. So we've got 2 negatives on the smoke and the electricity. Now we're going to get into the other melee effect. Here it is. This is the Fireball Fist melee effect. I actually think it's kind of a cool effect. It's got some pizzazz to it. The difficulties, though, in it is unlike the other effect that Iron Fist was wearing. It doesn't have a cut to help the thumb get in there. So that's a negative on it. Also, it is incredibly heavy. This thing weighs, I'd say, half an ounce on its own. It's a weighty little piece of plastic. No, like, where did it go? Crap. No. It's a weighty, there it is. So let me just drop it for you so you can hear. Like, good God. That's a lot of weight. I tried it on Iron Fist, and he kept falling. I've tried it on other figures, they keep falling. And the thing is the area in there is such a small fit that you have to be careful which figures you try, because not everybody's going to have a hand that's small enough to fit this. And this this melee effect, even though it's cool, it's a cool swoosh with fire. It doesn't really feel like that. It doesn't feel like that at all. Like, I can feel the swoosh effects, but I don't get fire from this. I just get kind of like he's got a bowling ball in his hand, and he's about to hit you with it, or something equivalent. It's in the meh zone with the blast effects. I mean, with the ricochets. It's definitely a meh product. Let's get into... Oh, this is fun. Okay, so in your Super Action Stuff 19-piece series, 2 of those 19 pieces are actually 1 piece. They're this missile plus its little trail of smoke, its little blast effect. It flies out. That's really neat. That's cool that they gave us a missile. The thing is this missile's really, really fat. It's something that you would see out of Mario or something. I'm just like, you couldn't have thinned it up, made it more of a missile that would obviously be able to be utilized by an 1/12 scale action figure, not a missile that's meant for something akin to a larger scale action figure like a 1/10 scale or something like that. Like, this is big. This thing is, let's see, yeah, it's about the same circumference around as my as my pinky finger. It's a big honking thing, and it's pretty decent size. Like, let's see, we'll get the Lego bit out for this missile because it just needs it. So the missile is, on the stud rating, it is 4 studs long by 2 studs wide. That's pretty big. Its blast effect thing is 8 studs long by 2 studs wide that tapers down into less than a stud in width. It's just a big, nasty missile. If it was smaller, if it was skinnier, this would be an amazing missile. This would be awesome if it was skinnier. I'm putting it in the nah pile. So far in the nah pile, we have 4 items out of 19. In the meh pile, we have 3 items out of 19. So let's get into the rest of it. Okay, now we're getting to some effects that I really think are interesting. We have these bullet effects. My roommate had to point out that's what these are. So what it is it's a little bitty bullet that is on the end of like a little pole. I don't know if the pole is clear or not, but there's a bullet, and it's got little swoosh effects around it to be like the, to be kind of flying through the air, to give your fingers the impression, probably your eyes as well if they colored it right, the impression of movement. That's really unique. And the end that it comes out of has a little bit of an effect around it to be like it's fired. You see, this is cool. I really like this. The thing is, it comes with 2 of them. It comes with a short one and a long one. And the difference between them is the long one is, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs in length, and the short one is only 1, 2, 3, 4 studs in length. They're not even as wide as a Lego stud, and these are the reasons why the Ricochet effects are met on me. Because the Ricochet effects have this little pointy bit on the end, but these have little bullets on the end. And it's like they could have put a little bullet on the end of the Ricochet effect. So the Ricochet effects are in the meh, these are in the nah. I'm just going to put the really cool stuff that I really thought was amazing right here in the center, because that's the cool stuff. So far we have blood splatter and the melee whoosh, not the fireball whoosh, but the other one, and these 2 little guys. So not many. Let's see, now what else we got that came with this set? We are down to bare bones now. Now we come to the thing that fills up the majority of this set, and that is, and I've got her to include for this, we've got a Lady J here, and she is holding Flint's shotgun, and in Flint's shotgun, I put a blast effect that it comes with. It comes with like little shooting blast effects. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they're all different shapes, and they all have little nubs or holes in the back, so that you can either plug the muzzle of your weapon into the back of it, or you can plug it into the muzzle of your weapon. And wow, that's really cool. Good job, guys. That's really neat. Nah, it's an almost attempt. Like, this blast effect for the shotgun is really cool. It's got the nice star pattern coming off the edges, like you would expect from a gunfire. It's just that this bit that comes out, when I first got these, before my roommate explained to me that these were little blast effects, I was wondering what all these missiles were for. I was like, I didn't think this thing came with that many missiles. And he had explained to me that they weren't missiles. And did I just straight up lose one? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh no, did it fall? Did it fall off? There it is. Okay. And I'm going to set you over here so you don't interrupt my show again, Lady J. All right. So I initially thought they were just weird, stupid missiles, and I was trying to figure out what in the world you used them for. Nope. So they have a big, and the thing is, they got the 5 little bits that come off the sides to be like the gun shooting. And that's perfect. The explosion that comes out the front is decent. It's just that it's too wide. In every one of these but one, it's too wide. We've got this one right here where it's perfect. The tiniest one in the bunch gets it right. That little bit in the center isn't as wide, and it showcases the bits on the outside, and it just they feel like carrots or something like that. Like I just like missiles that are very short and skinny. I don't know what else to say about it, but they're not. When I put them in my hand, I didn't feel blast effect. I was like, these are missiles. They're not blast effects. So they're going in the meh pile because they could have been better, but I appreciate them for what they are. And there we go. Wait, where are you in the meh pile? You're in the stupid pile, so you go over there. So we've got in the, I think that's all of them. Yeah, nope. There's one more of the little missile effects. There it goes. And yeah. So as this packaging goes, you get 19 pieces. In my opinion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are complete and utter crap. They suck. And that is the missile exhaust, the smoke effect, and the lightning and the fire whoosh. And then there's 1, 2, and then 3. Oh no, it fell off. It fell off over here earlier in the episode. So I'm gonna count that as a 3 because I don't even know where it went. I don't even know where it went. I'll have to find it. An excuse to clean up my table. It's gotten a little messy here over the past few videos. So that's two bullet effects, 1 blood splatter effect, 1 lightweight whoosh effect for the arm, and that's about it for the things that I think are just truly awesome about this. That's 4 items. 4 items that are really just amazing. So I'm going to put these 2 back. Then we get the mess stuff. The stuff that's okay, and it would have been better had they done a little bit more with it. And these effects include the Ricochet, both Ricochets, so that's 2. Put that Ricochet back. I think I just dropped another thing. Yeah, I did. And then, so that's 2 Ricochets, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and good God, 6 blast effects. And they're meh. So out of it, guys, if y'all are thinking about getting this series, really understand that you're going to fall in love with 4 pieces in this. You're going to think that 4 pieces of this set are pretty good. You're going to think that the 6, 7, 8 pieces of this set are just kind of okay, and then the rest is just going to be crap. It's not the greatest, honestly speaking, and I really don't understand why the smoke effect, the smoke bomb, was like it was. I like, really, guys? Your designers thought that pointy smoke bombs were cool? I mean, you can put somebody's eye out with that. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my explanation on what this super action stuff 19 Peice Firepower series for 1/12 action figures was all about, and so that in the future you can make an informed decision about it. Please consider subscribing and liking and doing all the other things. And thank you for watching. I have, of course, been Blind Prime. And remember that this October is Blind Awareness Month. So, share and raise that awareness for the blind. Until next Prime. Bye-bye.